welcome back. This is Lydia, and today we're here to talk about budgeting for vacation. So in the last episode, we talked about Thrive budgeting, and you can see the sample budget on the screen here. So every year, or every month, if you save $250, after a year, you have about $3,000 to spend on a vacation. Imagine you have $3,000 because you've been saving for a year every single month, and I'm using an example of a trip I want to take. I want to go on a road trip. Go and first figure out how many days do you want to spend there. For me, I'll be flying, so I need to figure out the cost of the plane tickets. So for this trip, we need to fly from Tel Aviv to EWR, and then we'll drive from EWR to Las Vegas, either through a northern route or a southern route, spend some time there, and then fly back from SFO. So all these plane tickets, food, and estimated travel would add up to about $2,500 per person, which gives us each about $500 like cash balance for extra costs or hidden costs or something that might come up, such as like travel insurance. It really depends on where you live. For us, this is an international trip. How many days is the road trip going to take? How much will the rental car cost? How much will the gas probably cost? And I'm planning to go with, let's say, a friend who has the same budget or the same amount of money to spend on the trip. So we'll split it 50-50. This is all for 2 people. Food for 2 people, lodging for 2 people, and plane tickets for 2 people. If you're booking far in advance, you can find super cheap plane tickets on Skyscanner or Google. You can also try switching your VPN location so that you can get cheaper tickets depending on where the website thinks you're purchasing them from. Maybe you're just going to go on a cruise, or this is all hypothetical, but the point is to check your budget and make a plan. For example, on the road trip, I looked at 2 major routes, 2 major highways that can go from East Coast to West Coast in the US, and then looked at the states and landmarks along the way. There is a place in Nebraska I found that's super interesting, a wildlife safari in Nebraska. So they have all these African animals, and you can take your car and drive through this safari in the middle of Nebraska. Listen, I'm American, I've never been to Nebraska, but this makes me want to go check it out. I'm not completely done planning this trip. There's a lot of other details that we might want to work out. For example, if we wanted to start on the northern route and go even farther north to see the Canadian border, to see Niagara Falls, to make the trip a bit longer, but we'd have to calculate all that into our budget, and some of these drive times don't make sense. So basically the point is that when you use your budget properly, it can really help you maximize the amount of fun that you're able to have. Is you don't have to wait all year long to spend this money. This is just one example of taking like a bigger vacation with all the money you saved up over the year. I used to put everything in a separate account. It would be all of my fun money. So the weekly fun money that I use for shopping, like doing my nails, things that are just enjoyable, like going out to eat, would be in a checking account at a separate bank than what my paycheck normally goes to. And then I would have a savings account where the long-term vacation money would go. And that way, when I went out to go shopping or to take a vacation, there was no way I was gonna go over my budget and spend money on things I wasn't supposed to be spending it on. So I found that really helpful. One thing you can do is, let's say you want to take a weekend trip, you can kind of mix some of the long-term and short-term fun money. Maybe spend some of that long-term money on a plane ticket, go somewhere for the weekend, and all of your restaurants and meals are actually coming from short-term fun. There's different ways you can kind of make this budget work for you, so that also maximizing your ability to have fun with the money that you have. And I think that's all I have for today. This is a super short video. I just wanted to show you how fun it can be to plan out a vacation and to know how much money you're working with in the beginning, to avoid getting stressed out about things that maybe are unnecessary. So thanks for that. And if you want, you can download a copy of this budget plan below, and I also have a link to the video that talks more in detail about how to use this budget and how you can make it work for you. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.